Hello, you gorgeous donuts. Where are famous TikTokers now? That's the question we're going to be answering today. Many TikTokers blow up overnight, and it's insanely hard to kind of keep a hold of that level of fame for any period of time, especially when you blow up because of a stupid thing. So today, I thought we would have a look at a few of the most notorious UK TikTokers that have ever blew up on that app and see how they blew up, what their rise to fame looked like, their possible fall down from fame, and also how they're doing today. I am genuinely so intrigued by this to work out how these people's journeys have unfolded. So the first person I want to cover, whose journey I do find fascinating, is Beavo. We've covered Beavo a couple of times on this channel. For people that don't know who Beavo is, basically he's a UK TikToker. He's 24 years old, and he blew up because he didn't chew his potatoes. I wish I was joking.
Dinner, you know the rules. Big up the hangover, beef, roast dinner, beef, whatever. Listen, we got beef. They are, I don't know what they are. We got pigs in blankets. We got a Yorkshire pudding, peas, potatoes, parsnips or turnips, one of the two, and Brussels sprouts.
Do you know what's wild? Watching like people's videos before they knew they were gonna blow up, is this guy was about to become possibly the most famous man in Britain for like a week, and he had no idea. He just thought he was eating a Sunday dinner on TikTok live on a Sunday night, just chilling out. I just think the butterfly effect of making one decision like changes your entire scope of your life. If he never uploaded this video, never had a Sunday dinner this day, his rise to fame would have never have happened.
7 out of 10 potatoes.
Oh, I don't even know if I want to see this again. Now, obviously, your first thought, if this is the first time you're seeing this video, is why didn't he give it an extra couple of chews? Trust me, everybody else was wondering that at the same time. Still to this day, people haven't worked out why Beavo decided to risk his life every single time he chewed down on a roast potato, or didn't chew down on one. Can you imagine being born as a throat and you get the job of being Beavo's throat? That's gotta be like, you know, that's like the night shift, innit? The back shift. The job no one else wants to do, especially when you're not getting paid overtime as well. Or where? To be fair, there's probably a lot worse throats to have. Sean Evans' hot ones, you know, imagine just, yeah, I thought you... Anyway. Now, he would go on to kind of make this his thing. I will give Beavo credit for this. He definitely found his niche straight away and just kept banking on it.
If you don't know the rules, get to know the rules.
In Brentwood.
Egg.
Egg, yeah.
Go for the egg.
I went to cheers there, bro.
Like, why does he have to do that stare into the camera? That is something that I've always been confused by. Like, we can see you're struggling. We don't need it, like, up close. We've got eyes. I've always wondered why he had to do it right in front of the camera. It feels like he's looking through your soul. It's like he can see your deepest and darkest secrets when he's choking on whatever he's eating. That would be a pretty cool superpower, but also kind of harmful if you could see or read people's minds, but you had to also simultaneously be choking at the time. I don't think I would take that if I was given it by a genie. I'd be like, nah, mate, you're okay, I'll just remain normal. Now, like you heard in that video, he also coined the phrase, like, if you don't know the rules, get to know the rules. I'm pretty sure he got it tattooed on there as well. Yeah, he got you know the rules, but, like, there wasn't a space between know and the, so it's just you know the rules. I mean, you know, better than nothing, I guess. I don't think the tattoo artist knew the rules that day, I will say that. Now, at this point, I used to really enjoy Beavo's videos. Like, yeah, they were a bit stupid, but I guess it took my mind off the issues I had in my life. Just watching this guy on the verge of death every single time he tried to swallow some food. What has happened to my attention span, man? Why do I find that interesting? Now, these videos were getting, like, 5 to 10 plus 10 million views, so he was obviously making a lot of money of this. A lot of them were over a minute. Now, one thing I will say, in my opinion, with Beavo, I feel like the fame got to his head quickly. I mean, if you're getting a lot of money and you're not used to getting a lot of money, that's got to be like really overwhelming. And if some people have the personality trait where they like to flex, they're going to take it to the new level when they actually get money. Now, Beavo used to get bullied a lot for the way that his teeth looked. Honestly, Beavo, I feel your pain, son. So one of the first things he decided to spend his new money on was veneers, and this became like a huge part of his brand.
I've not mentioned too much about the breakup between me and Sophia, but life's got really hard. I've got in with the wrong crowd. I've started doing things I shouldn't, and I'm not ready for this, but my teeth ain't the same anymore. Are you ready? What do I do? First, my girlfriend leaves me.
Is that AI? Is that actually what they look like underneath the veneer? Like, I've never seen what they look like without the, you know, the caps on. So, you know, when you get them redone, do they have to... Oh. No stress. Anyone that has videos, right, that has been through this, I'm not taking the piss or nothing. But all I'm saying is, you are built different. Okay, I imagine this is probably like what people describe the weird phase of growing a beard's like, where you kind of look a bit weird, a bit sus, until it like reaches the final product. I imagine this is just the teeth version. But obviously he did get them done, and straight away people had something to say. Obviously people have something to say when someone changes something about themselves. That's pretty obvious.
Big up Turkey, big up UK Smiles. Listen, 5 days later, not going to keep you waiting any longer. I'm not a Mr. UK TikTok, but cheese! Look at that. You know the rules. Listen, Beavo, turkey teeth. What we saying, rate them down below. They're definitely better than a 7 out of 10. Big up the teeth. You know the rules. But listen, if you ever want to get your teeth done...
Unironically, and not even like taking the... I genuinely find him funny. Like, I genuinely find Beavo funny at times. Not all the time. But I do think that he is just funny. The fact this has 1 million likes as well. Like, this guy was really famous at one point. Like, really, really famous. I know people don't like to coin the term fame when it comes to, like, TikTokers or influencers, but that's what it is. Basically, so many people knew about this guy. So many people knew that this guy had changed his teeth, which is such a specific thing to know about someone. I would call that famous. Now, after Beavo got his teeth done, it was very clear that his confidence levels and his success levels alongside it were rising every single day. He even started rapping.
I just requested a lot. What is a lie? Ice Spice, come on.
Bro, is Beavo a character? Because genuinely, if it's a character, it's the funniest thing ever. If it is just him, I'm a little concerned, but also it's still pretty funny as long as he's having a good time. Because it's just like the teeth. He's getting his teeth done because it improves his confidence. Like, it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. Also, the content we've watched so far, he's not really hurting anybody. However, things do get a lot worse later on, which we will get onto, don't worry. Now, at Beavo's height of fame, he actually had, like, multiple girls fighting over him. And I'm not talking, like, figuratively. No, genuinely. People were in boxing matches, and the prize was Beavo. So this is his ex-girlfriend fighting, like, what I believe was someone that was, like, flirting with him. And whilst this was going on, Beavo was actually talking to his new girlfriend on the sideline. So there's 3 girls, not just 2.
That's about to go on for this one.
I've got a new one anyway, so
Yep. Woo! Woo! Oh, right, that's it. Get a room.
Like, this was Beavo's ex, I'm pretty sure, before he became famous. Like, could you imagine just into them two, like, a year before Beavo blew up, that this would happen a year later in their relationship? I don't think they believe you. Oh, yeah, you're going to be in a boxing match to try and win him back, but he's not going to care who wins it because he's going to have a new girlfriend. And by the way, HS TikTok's going to live stream it all as well in a basement. In the middle of a boxing ring. And loads of random people you've never met are going to be shouting at you. Must be a weird life, honestly. Now, in a lot of people's opinions, this was the height of Beavo's fame. After this, I don't know what kind of happened, but the perception of Beavo turned from kind of finding him funny to a lot of people hating on him. And I definitely think it was because of his content. A lot of it was definitely rage baity. There was a lot of public interviews where he was basically bragging about how much money he earns.
Hi, the Three Musketeers. I want a quick question. Listen, what do you think of TikTok? Is it a job? Is TikTok a job?
No, mate.
Why? It's a joke.
Yeah, I don't
What, when I'm earning 20 grand a month?
I remember seeing this at the time and really worrying because at this time he wasn't kind of having any sort of like drop in fame, but I could definitely see things were about to shift after this. It definitely screams like validation, like that's kind of what he craves from people. Like he's going up to random people in the street and when they don't think TikTok or his job is a proper job, he gets angry at them and then flexes on them. You're just kind of creating a lot of hatred for no real reason other than insecurity. And it's a shame because he had such a huge audience at this point and he could have definitely have taken it to levels how other people have. Like so many TikTokers have went over to YouTube and created something for themselves or have created like shows or businesses, and it was very clear at this point this wasn't going to be the route for Beavo because it seemed like his entire personality was just going to be revolved around money.
I've heard that you've gone broke.
Does it look like I'm broke?
Well, it's not real, is it?
Well, of course it's real.
I feel like this is anybody who gets like loads of money straight away. They just like buy everything with brands on, just like the most obnoxious brand things. Like, look at those shoes, man. Come on. Just the most standoutish brand of Burberry that you can possibly get. Now, like I mentioned earlier, he actually split up with his former girlfriend before he became famous and got a new girlfriend who I believe was like an influencer, and she also did like OS. And these two would like propel Beavo into this whole new universe. This guy has lived like 100 lives. Like, one thing you have to give Beavo is his life has not been boring. Like, he is really just treating this like he's only here once and he's just trying to, you know, collect every single life he can. Because shortly after getting into a relationship with his new girlfriend, Beavo himself would start aware. Apparently, and this is allegedly because obviously I'm not going to search this, but apparently they'd upload videos together on certain websites. I can go my entire life without, you know, confirming if that's true or not. I'm good. There's nothing in my brain that goes, I think I need to confirm this with my own eyes. And after I think he got a little confidence with this, he actually collabed with Bonnie Blue on there, I think. I just really wish you could go back to that Soul video where he was eating that roast potato and tell him all of this was going to happen. I don't know if he would believe it. Maybe he would. This is why I find his journey so interesting. And this led to him being #1 trending on Orange YouTube, which he, you know, that's what he calls it. Good for us, means this video doesn't get claimed.
What a great Monday morning. I've woke up. My views are popping, TikTok's popping, like, only you know what is popping. Then I check Orange YouTube, and if you know what, if you know, you know. And that is really popping. I'm trending on Orange YouTube. Like, I thought me doing spicy blew up. I thought that was dusted, to be honest. I ain't really done too.
This guy is so funny. How nonchalantly. He's not even a word, I don't even know. He's talking about this. Just like, yeah, views are popping. This is popping. I load up, you know, Orange YouTube. #1 trending. Like, it's just so nonchalant the way he's talking about this. #1 trending on that website, man. Now, there was audio leaked from that video, which I have reacted to in a Beavo video in the past. I'm not going to react to that again because, honestly, I've kind of, you know, tried to forget that moment. It was engraved in there for a little while. But, you know, I've done a lot of work in therapy, guys, and I've gotten over it. I don't really want to, you know, bring up those demons again, if that's okay with you. How did all of this come from just eating a potato, man? Now, again, at this point, I still found the whole brand of Beavo funny. Like, I did like kind of check out a little bit in terms of like watching all of his videos, but whenever he would come on me For You page, I would often have like a laugh at his videos. However, there was one podcast appearance that he did which I honestly think was the catalyst for his whole brand going downhill a little bit. I say a little bit, like an avalanche. And this was when he appeared on the Whatever podcast with his girlfriend.
What does that look like for you guys since you're in an open relationship?
Just galore.
Sharing friends.
She brings me friends, I bring her friends, parties.
You bring her male friends?
Yeah.
Wait, so your male friends will...
Yeah.
What's the term? Shag?
Yeah,
Like
shag, yeah.
shag,
a lot of
shag?
shagging. Yeah, just love it.
Do you know what? I think we need to blame that potato. You know, no one brings up that this potato, if it wasn't in Beavo's life, he would have never have gone down this path. That potato's got a lot to answer for. Aunt Bessie, I'm looking at you, love. Right. I'm looking at you. What are you putting in them potatoes? Never having one ever again. Now, obviously, like, they're entitled to do whatever they want to do, but when he's taking the out of people in the street for like not earning money, and when he's been doing a lot of rage baity content and really making people angry, when you say something like this, you're giving people something to feed on, something to hate you for, something to use against you. And that is what a lot of his audience did, especially like the type of audience that Beavo probably accumulated. Like, those are people that if they hear someone does this, they aren't gonna take that lightly. They're probably gonna, you know, heavily take the out of that person.
Have you always been into like this open dynamic?
Not really, no, until I met this slag here and the whole new world opened up, you know. So yeah, it's been amazing. It's been the best 3 months of my life. So
3 months. And also, did he call her a slag there? It's so hard to defend this. 3 months. Like, I thought they were going to say, I don't know, like, you know, I don't know. When do people start that? Especially if you're not into it in the relationship. Like, you've been convinced that you like it 3 months in. That's certainly controversial, I'd say. Not controversial liking it, just... I know a lot of people are in open relationships and people do enjoy that. I want to make that clear. But I don't know. I feel like they're possibly just doing it for the fame aspect of it. I don't know if Beavo actually enjoys this.
What's your longest relationship?
My longest probably was 3 months before her.
Okay.
I got used. I got manipulated. Just got treacherous.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, and then I just thought, listen, it's got to change. And I was very clattered up on TikTok and doing very well. And I thought, listen, I want to live life. So I met this one here.
I just thought I wouldn't chew a potato and then just watch my girlfriend with other men. That's kind of the life I see for myself, honestly. He later did say that he got told to say these things.
I got told what to say, and me, being the nice beaver I am, I've just run with it and made myself look like a complete mug.
And to an extent, I probably believe that he did exaggerate, but this is just a telltale of just being kind of fame, like hungry, like he'll do anything to kind of get a clip and get more famous. And I feel like this time, this is where he took it too far, and you can't kind of explain yourself with this. Now later on in this video, we're actually going to see how things escalated to a whole new depth. But before we get into that, Beavo, after, you know, this weird apology video, would then, you know, do videos begging other men to be with his girlfriend. So clearly he wasn't just joking.
Guys, I need your help, and Sophia needs your help too. I need everyone to tag Jason Love. Sophia's dream collab
BBC content
is to collab with Jason Love.
Even if you had a gun to my head, you couldn't get me to go on Instagram or TikTok and beg another person to, you know, like, oh. And again, like, when Beavo first started, he seemed like a genuine lad, and he seemed dead nice, and I think somewhere along the way he kind of lost himself. And I think he kind of was riding this fame ride far too much and just forgot what it's like to just be down to earth, I guess.
And I want to sit in the corner and watch. So make sure you tag him down below. We need to find out where he is. He's somewhere in Miami. Yeah, and let's just make the dream collab happen. It will be her first BBC content. She's gagging for it. It's going to be like chucking a sausage down an alleyway.
Right. Well, new Romeo and Juliet. Look, this is what the Montague and Capulets are doing these days, is it? Is this the way you meant to talk about your girlfriend? Like, is there any girls that are watching this, right? One day, if you just dream hard enough, if you just, you know, manifest it hard enough, one day, your boyfriend or your partner will speak about you like this, okay? Just think really hard, it'll happen. I believe in you. Now, after this, they would often do a lot more rage bait kind of storylines. They'd often break up and get back together, just trying to, you know, derive any sort of fame and any sort of clips they can. Beavo even admitted on a documentary with Isaac HP that he does this on purpose. He fakes storylines to kind of get his name out there and keep himself relevant. And when you're admitting that, you're kind of giving the game away a little bit. You're kind of admitting that everything you do is fake, so it makes it a lot harder to rage bait people because people stop getting angry at it. Now, somehow, this situation gets even worse, and I mean it, when things take a really dark turn. So Beavo and his girlfriend, I keep calling just like girlfriend, what is her actual name? Sophia. Okay, Sophia. Sorry about that, Sophia. I've always just known her as Beavo's girlfriend because I haven't been in their world. They would split up for good this time, I believe, and Sophia would actually go on HS Tik Tokers live on Kick, I believe. And she would come out with lots of accusations against Beavo. I don't want to really play the clip of this because I you know, this is really intense stuff she's speaking about. But as soon as I seen this, I was like, oh my god, this is genuinely horrific if it's true. When someone comes forward with an accusation like this, you have to treat it seriously because obviously, like, you know, a lot of people just get swept under the rug, and it's such a horrific thing that has happened to this person. And why would someone lie about something so severe? But you can imagine what she was saying on this, like what I'm referring to. You know, I can't say the word on YouTube, but Beavo actually did respond to this live stream like in real time. I think he responded like 30 minutes later on his live stream, which made me think, like, is this all planned? Like, why are they live at the same time?
My side of the story is that she's a loon addict that basically chats shit, and I've got videos of her doing 8 loons and sucking my cock, and then I've got a video of her going down a bin. I've got a video of her going down a bin, getting loons and calling me a racist.
So obviously, like, this is a very serious situation, and this only happened, like, you know, a few weeks ago, I believe. And like I said, they often do fake storylines and drama, so, you know, by their track record, this could just be another one of those. But if it is, like, this is a hell of a new low, and I don't even want to say it. I don't believe it is, honestly. Like, in my heart, I don't, because, you know, there's nothing funny about this. Like, this is a really serious thing that, you know, Sophia's saying here. Now, moving on, you're probably wondering, like, to this very day, what is Beavo doing right now, and where is Beavo? Well, I believe he is single and back in his dad's house where he originally started. Now, he's been getting a lot of hate for this, that he's moved back home. But honestly, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, he's only 24 and he's living at home. Like, that's like most people. Like, it's so expensive to live out. I think it's just because he flexed so much that the fact he's back home now, people are using this as a time to kind of be like, haha, you're one of us now. But some of the clips are sad to see, just because of, you know, when he was saying he was earning £20,000 like last year, a month, to now
back at home. I need to save up and Dad, shut my door, please.
even his dad blanked him. His dad just walked past and went, nah, son, not a chance.
What's your job? Social media, bro. It's my full-time job. 20 viewers, full-time job. You know the rules.
Like you see here, he looks just dejected of any sort of life, and this was too overwhelming. He's made like all of the wrong choices, you could say, or at least a lot of wrong choices, which has led him to this point. Like, he clearly wasn't thinking long term with this. He was just trying to keep his name out there every single day and every single week, and eventually this is just going to catch up with you. Obviously now, after a lot of stuff of the scene, I don't really know how I feel about Beavo. I can't really see how he develops like his career from here. I'm unsure what the vision is going to be moving forward, and if he will maintain being a social media influencer, or if he will, you know, I don't know, just go back to, you know, having another job. But if you think this was a wild story for a TikToker to have, you haven't seen anything yet. So next on the list, we have Chelsea Leod. For anybody that doesn't know who this woman is, I'm going to apologise in advance for showing you. I think she's possibly the most notorious UK TikToker that I know, just because of her behaviour, which you're going to witness later on. But her behaviour has also made her one of the most well-known UK TikTokers. I think she's been famous since the app started. She first rose to fame through having a lot of different phrases that she would often just shout in public. One of them was booyaka, one of them was roots, and the other one was just shouting nostrils. I don't really know what the correlation is between these three, but the fact I know that off the top of my head is pretty insane. Shows how iconic she is, just saying. Now, her whole personality and brand revolves around not caring what people think, kind of being a boisterous self, and being a little bit of like a diva, I'd say, if that's the right way to describe her. Also, one wild thing that I found out when I was researching for this video is she's not actually called Chelsea Leod. I'm not going to tell you what her actual name is, because I don't know if she wants that out there, even though it is pretty much public image if you search for it. But I thought Chelsea would be her name, but it's not. I was mystified. I felt like I've been fed a lie my entire life. Just wait until you find out that I'm not actually called Cam. Right? It's Cameron. Not as shocking, but you know, I just, nah. Bit of a letdown, that, wasn't it? For people that have never seen this woman before, let's have a look at a couple of our original videos that kind of, you know, got her a little bit of fame.
Don't want to go out, don't want to do nothing! I'm not in the mood. I need a new bed.
Whenever I see this person, I always think she's like internal thoughts as a person. You know, like, all of the thoughts you have internally, she just says them. Like, she doesn't have any internal thoughts. In her mind, she just speaks out loud. She doesn't have an indoor voice, this woman.
I'll see how it is! Look at me now! Got saved by a Muslim from the ends! Roots, darling! Not one of my own people was there for me, to get me, not only to me up.
Like, every single time I see her, she's always so angry. Or she's always just so intense. This woman has so much energy. If she could just harness it in the right way, she'd be unstoppable. She needs to put it into chess or something. Something that can help her focus it in like a direction. Magnus Carlsen, watch your back, fella. She did also have a lot of funny clips as well. You can tell this person is very quick-witted.
Oh, you know, Grandad nearly took my leg off, sweetheart. Jesus Christ, you're going in there.
The fact she just said that with a straight face. I mean, he probably was breaking the limit there. He was going very quick for a pass. You know, if he did bump into her, I'm just saying she might have had to have a quick visit to A&E. Now, like we've seen with Beavo, when TikTokers do rise in fame, they often get a little bit more obnoxious, and their true personality comes out a lot more. And you could see with Chelsea, she would often get like more angry and just like be really kind of volatile in public a lot of the time. And especially her live streams, which she would often like live stream 24/7 alongside people like Alphabet. We need to include her in this series as well one day. But Chelsea would come out with some of the most outrageous things on her live.
What the f*** do you know about being in love with a refugee that that came to the country underneath on the lorry.
I mean, now you're asking. I don't know a lot, actually. You know, you've got us there, to be fair. I don't know anything about that, actually, Chelsea. Well, there's a new perspective. Learn a new thing every day. No, I've never considered what that would be like, Chelsea, honestly. No, I must have missed that scene in Love, Actually.
Broken, I'll break you in two, you. At me with a Kit Kat. Yeah, let's see how bad you are. Roots. Keep talking. Yeah, man. Let's keep talking.
This woman does terrify me. I can't lie. Like, she genuinely does. Like, I think I've only made one video on her previously, and I've mentioned this in a video before, but I've been on 2 summer holidays with Chloe, and on both of those 2 summer holidays, I have been at those holidays at the same time as Chelsea Lear, and I've seen her twice. Like, I've had to avoid her twice. I remember walking to the beach on a singular path and seeing Chelsea Lear come the other way, and I went, I'm going the other way. Like, genuinely, like, that actually happened. I don't know how. I don't know if Chelsea Lear is just always on holiday in the Canary Islands. But I went to Gran Canaria, she was there, and I went to Tenerife and she was there. Right in the middle of Las Americas. I don't know how. Honestly, I thought she was following me. As you can tell, like, as she was rising to fame, she was letting the internal thoughts win a lot more. Now, it's kind of hard to decipher where Chelsea Lear's peak really was. I feel like there was a time where she was most beloved, and I think there was a certain time where she didn't really have many people that disliked her. However, when she reached this level, a lot of videos would surface of her being really rude to people in public. Like, she wasn't just being obnoxious and funny, like, it actually was having a detrimental effect on people in their everyday lives, especially when they were at work.
Max! Let's go! Roots, darling, I'll take every single bottle. Put your car in the floor. You feel scared of police, you little
Chelsea.
I just know, like, Chelsea is like that type of person that when I was getting the bus or the metro home from school, they would be on the platform or at the stop, and I'd just not make eye contact with them. Like, they'd be shouting and screaming, and it would only be me and them, and I would be like, okay, if I just stare at the floor and stay very still with my headphones in, maybe, just maybe, they might not see me. I've got eye contact. He's coming over. No! God, that used to happen too many times. I feel like I just attract them, honestly.
And I'll come behind there. Listen, I'll take over. It's nothing like that. Well, we'll get Michael Holland here in Tamar Hassan. What are you going to do?
Like, it's very clear she's acting up for the camera here. Like, I'm not going to diagnose someone or whatever, but very clear that Chelsea obviously, struggles to kind of stop herself doing things. It's kind of sad to see if it is like this is, like a mental health thing, but obviously I struggle with mental health, and I know every single mental health, thing is different, but it's no excuse to be really rude to people and be horrible to people and try and fight people, like, especially people like you don't know, just going into a pub, someone's just behind the bar trying to do their job. There's no one even in this pub. I honestly think Chelsea could start a fight in a room where she's the only one in it.
Where's the manager? Alright, that food was not even hot. It was lukewarm. And the salad tastes like vinegar. It's the worst Lebanese salad I've ever had. Not good. So, well, I thought that you...
It's just the constant, like, oh, I'll just place the camera up, and then, like, I'll just, like, be rude to this person and just keep looking at the camera, just making sure I'm still recording. That doesn't sit well with us. It's not like a genuine constructive criticism. Like I've said before, but even if I didn't like the food, I just wouldn't let them know. I'd just be like, yeah, I'm not going back there. It's hard to really see that she really means this when she's setting the camera up. It's clearly just for content because she knows it does well.
You would have come and approached me, being as though I had I used to be a chef. I used to work for Marco Pierre White. I'm one of the best cooks. I make better food than any of these restaurants, yeah? So I know what I'm talking about. Customer service.
It's the fact she's doing all of this, and like these clips don't even, not that it would make it any better if they did do well, but she's doing this to rage bait people, and people aren't even raged by it. Like, people aren't buying the bait. Like, you can see the likes here. People aren't, it's not working. So you're just being rude to people, and you're not even getting anything out of it like you think you are. I think the scariest thing about Chelsea's, like, rise and fall of fame is definitely the way that she talks to people, because like we've mentioned, she sets the camera up, but even when she's not setting the camera up, people have filmed her being rude, so she doesn't even know she's being filmed and she's acting this way, which is even more scarier.
Starling! Go tell her Chelsea Lear is gonna post her all over social media now.
She's just name dropped herself and said, if you don't like whatever, I'm gonna post, tell Chelsea Lear it's gonna post her everywhere. It's like, do it. Like, literally just do it. I don't care. I do not care. Just trying to do my job. I'm just trying to make these drinks. Can you just piss off? And progressing a few months later, she would then get a lot of visits to her home from the police and the council.
Famous, darling! What do you mean? Well, I don't work for the...
Someone said... Someone literally went, "No one cares, love." Is that what he said?
Famous, darling!
Yeah, he did. No one cares, love. I'm just trying to do my job, honestly. Should I treat you different because you're famous? So that basically says you count fame over everything. You value fame over anything. So why should I even treat you any different? Because clearly your morals are in the wrong place. You think people should be treated better because they have followers? That's basically what you're saying here.
What do you mean? Well, I don't work for the Dusty Council, sweetheart. About I don't care. You're the one coming with attitude. How have you got a brother coming with attitude like that? They're not even listening to me. I swear. Record, everyone, record this. Right, I've got 4,000 people listening.
Look at him, man. He's like, oh, like this job's already a bit shite as it is, and this just... Like, I guarantee this guy considered quitting after, you know, leaving this. He was like, I just don't think it's worth it anymore. I've been looking for a reason, and I think today is that reason to quit. Now, you're probably wondering what Chelsea Leott has been up to, like, literally, like, a really up-to-date update. She actually did start a GoFundMe where she said, help me relaunch and launch my dream business, where she raised £2,600. I'm unsure if she did actually use this money, to launch a business. I haven't seen anything. She possibly did, but I can't find it. I don't really know what business she did want to launch. I did read through the entire thing. She did do an update on the GoFundMe and said all the money is now being used for the fresh start of the Chelsea Leott brand. You know, it's very vague, but I guess, you know, she did use it for a business. One thing that is sad is she did apparently lose a council flat, and I know she really did like that flat. Like, she spent so much time in that flat. You could tell that flat was a little bit of a safe space for her. I think she did cause a lot of mayhem in it. Like, you know, if you were a neighbour of her, you probably weren't our biggest fan. But that is always really sad when someone loses their home. Like, you know, that's just, no matter who they are, when you lose your home, it's just the worst thing ever. When when it's taken off you. I've been in that situation before where you basically get kicked out and it's like you don't have a decision in it. It's like really stressful. So honestly, like, I can't imagine what that was like for her. And ever since then, she's kind of just been on TikTok live, basically just begging for gifts and money and trying to rise in the rankings of TikTok. I don't quite understand the rankings of TikTok. Apparently, if you're higher up in the rankings, you get more money. I don't really understand how it works, and I don't think I ever will. But one thing I do find funny is when she's been on live for a little while and people have stopped giving gifts, she just ends the live.
Right, I'm going. The money stopped. I'm out.
And it just makes me wonder, like, who are the people donating to this person? Because very clearly, that's all she's asked about. She's not asked about our viewers, really. It's just money. And I think people have finally kind of, you know, stopped finding her videos that funny, because if you look at her profile now, the views aren't definitely not what they used to be. Like, this woman used to pull in like millions of views. Like, she gets like, you know, like 10-20,000 per video, which is still a lot of views, you know. Like, I'm not saying this to view shame or nothing. I'm just saying she used to be like massive in terms of numbers, like an absolute powerhouse on TikTok. And I think it's a very similar case to Beavo. When you've rage baited so much, like, there's only so long it lasts for. It's not a long-term strategy. And if this is one thing to any person that wants to be a content creator that is watching this, or you are a content creator, or, you know, you have, you know, ambitions to do whatever in this kind of space, it's always better to do it the slow route of actually building an audience who are there for you. And it takes a hell of a lot longer, but it's worth it in the long run compared to just trying to blow up overnight and just, you know, get that viral clip, because you're always chasing that viral clip and it's just never ever gonna end up good in the long term, because eventually you're going to burn out and eventually people just get bored. Anyway, Donuts, I have loved doing this video. Genuinely, I've got so many more TikTokers I wanted to cover, but we have been recording for ages. I don't want to make this video too long for you. If you do want to see a video where I do updates on memes, like legendary memes, that is the same structure as this one, click this video right here. I think we've got 3 of them now. Honestly, like, the updates and that are absolutely mental. Go and binge watch them, and I will see you in the next one. 4,000 likes and we'll do another one of these, by the way, okay? And let us know which TikTokers you want us to cover. Right, there we go. I'm gone. Bye-bye.
Kirkham, baby.